Steve Myers is here. I still, even though you work somewhere else, I'm like, you're on the news. You're on the news.
I did news and some house leveling stuff for a while. So
Isn't that crazy? But listen, I love it because I think very recognizable, and we're always glad to see you whenever you come in. It's familiar.
Yeah, very.
Yeah. But you've been with Pantex. I mean, it's been a while, Steve.
10 years.
Stop.
10 years. Been off the air since 2013.
Oh my gosh.
Been a Pantex, doing great. And what we're trying to do now is kind of demystify Pantex. You know, for years, we were the worst kept secret in the Texas Panhandle. And people say, well, you know, that's the soap factory. It's the bubble factory.
Oh.
Well, years ago, Procter & Gamble was a contractor at Pantex.
What?
And so they created soap, laundry soap, and detergents and things like that. So that's what it was known as. And, you know, it's no big secret with the internet and what everything's going on, what we do out there. And so now that we're the largest employer in the entire Texas Panhandle, we just are trying to demystify and let people know we're here. We're part of the community. We're a big part of the community, and we interact as much as we can. We let people know what we're doing. In the last 10 years, we've awarded $1.1 million in nonprofit grants, and we're still continuing to do that. We're going to continue on with our nonprofit help. Wildlife rehab, we were here last month talking about that.
That's a big part, and people didn't realize.
I mean, there's 16,000 plus acres out there. We're only on about 2,000 on the Pantex plant site. That leaves a whole lot of prairie dogs and horny toads and antelope and deer and everything else. And when it gets in trouble or needs help, we partner up with West Texas Wildlife Rehabilitation. We had Gertie the snake and Albert the owl out there recently.
Cute.
Released a bunch of prairie dogs that evidently help with a certain type of weed that only prairie dogs can help control.
Neat.
So we're repopulating some of our prairie dog towns out there. And there's a whole lot that goes on at Pantex not associated with what we do out there all the time. So we're just trying to let everyone know we're here, we're part of the community, and we want to help.
Right, and let's talk a little more about that, because like you said, it's this effort of demystifying, because like you said, you are the biggest employer in this region, so there's a lot of folks, in on that mission at Pantex, and so for people who thought, like they think Pantex is like, oh, I'm not this top-level government official, I can't work at Pantex. Like I said, you're the largest employer, there's lots of different jobs.
There are.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
If I can get on out there, anybody can get on out there. And there's a lot of jobs. People may not realize we have a few hundred vehicles out there that are company vehicles, government-owned vehicles. Well, it's not easy to run those into town to have them worked on. We've got our own mechanics out there. We've got welders, we've got engineers, we've got meteorologists, a guy named Steve Kirsch that a lot of people know. Steve Kirsch is out there. He's been our meteorologist at Pantex for years. He's actually developed an app called Skynet that's free to everybody. The old SchoolNet site that another station used to have. Steve kind of refurbished that. We've got lightning detection systems all across the Panhandle now.
Neat.
And so if you want to look up Skynet, it was the most downloaded app at its time, weather app in the world when it debuted.
And then that's striking. I mean, that's something that's great for folks at home. And like I said, that's something our weather team. It's a great tool for us as well, having that lightning detection. So it's one of those things you don't necessarily think about updating from Pantex, but it is, and it's a very valuable tool.
StrikeNet's at some different high schools at different locations. A couple years ago, when Perryton got hit by the tornado, we ended up loaning them an ambulance and ended up donating it to them, even though they're not our next door neighbors and they're not part of our memorandum of understanding where we help anyone in the community that needs it. If there was a wreck on I-40 or wildfires that we know about too well, we always try to help. When the railroad had their accident a few years ago, our emergency responders were the first ones on site.
Oh, man.
So we're such a large part of the community, and we're 4,500 plus employees now, and we're still growing. So we just want to be a part of everything across the Panhandle and let people know we're out there, and it's okay if you talk about us. Yeah.
What about this? Two things. This is what I've noticed. If you say, oh, I work at Pantex, and then, oh, what do you do? And they were like, oh, really can't talk about that.
I go to work. I do my job. I come home. Some people, I mean, I don't know what everyone does out there. You know, I'm in communications, so I don't do anything. Very little.
Listen to that. But it's something that there are some things we want to keep people safe.
Sure. I mean, we're a secure site.
Yeah.
Run by the National Security, in the National Security Enterprise with the National Nuclear Security Administration, NNSA, and DOE, and we do a very important job, but we're also not so far out there or so far detached that we're not part of the community. We just want people to remember that.
Yes, and listen, a big part, but just know y'all have new offices downtown.
There's about 400 of us downtown at the Happy State Bank building. We call it it's the PAC.
That's exciting.
The auxiliary campus, the Pantex auxiliary campus.
Oh, okay.
And we're down there, so we don't have to drive out there all the time, but we're growing so big, we're having to get new places for us to sit.
Sure.
And so we're just going to continue doing that kind of thing.
Well, any kind of questions, any kind of information, you really love to get people informed and let them know. So if somebody, sometimes after we have guests, they're like, I want to ask Steve. Is that, can people reach you?
They can call me at work. You just call the general Pantex number. 2 days a week I'm downtown, 2 days I'm teleworking from home.
Nice.
So,
You're real people.
Sure.
We're in the community. We're here, Pan-Texans.
Yes.
And I love it because you have a lot of people that really want to give and do so many things. So I'm so glad that you came to talk to us about it.
We're getting ready to kick off United Way this year with Pantex, and we've always been like in the top 2 or 3 groups that have always helped contribute, and we're like I said, we're always very community minded and wanting to help and give back as much as we can.
Sure.
And so we're not, like I said, we are the worst kept secret in the Panhandle, and hopefully it'll just continue that way.
Okay, very quickly.
Okay.
Do you want to come back to TV?
No, I grew up and got a real job.
Darn it. Darn it, Steve.
It's okay.
Darn it.
I may show up on here every month, every other month, every now and then.
Well, we would love for you to.
I'll come back whenever I can.
We'd love for you to.
You got it.
Fun always. We appreciate that. Well, listen.